Hey guys, Primal Instincts here, and I'm going to be installing this dehumidifier into my crawl space. So I'm going to go ahead and get down there. The first thing I need to do is install an outlet for it because I don't have any in the crawl space. And the good news is, since I live here by myself, I don't use a whole bunch of power and outlets in this house all the time. So I'm just going to add it to an existing circuit. This is only 4 amps. And there's not going to be any risk of putting it on, especially since I'm the one who rewired this entire house myself already, which you can see in previous videos on this channel. I already turned off the breaker, and over here, I will show you. This is the one I'm putting it on. I got this hallway outlet that I opened back up, and you can see there is room on there. I've only got it. There's only something on the line terminals on the bottom. So I'm going to add this outlet down there on the load terminal on the top. And I've already run my wire from the crawl space, which you see right here. I pull this baby through. I'm going to go ahead and get this hooked up, and then I can put my outlet in the crawl space. And the good news is, on this circuit right here, the first outlet is a GFCI, which means when I put that outlet in the crawl space, I don't need to make that one a GFCI, because on a circuit, if a GFCI is at the beginning of it, all the outlets after it receive that GFCI protection. So I don't even need to put a fancy outlet down there, just a regular cheap one like that, and it will get that GFCI protection. All right. So I got that part connected. I ran out of wire nuts, so you can see I used a Wago wire connector there in the back, but this is all in there. I'll get that put back on there too. Like I said, it's GFCI protected. I got those fancy stickers because it's on that circuit. We'll get that all patched up and looking nice, but now it's onto the part in the crawl space. But first, it's time for a lunch break. Peanut butter sandwich time. Got that unsalted, because I was getting a little more sodium than recommended. Yeah, I know. I do count all the ingredients of everything I eat, but that's how you get a lean physique like this. You eat healthy and you work out. Oh yeah. Here I am in the crawl space. Look at me, all suited up and ready to go. And look at it. I had a company install this vapor barrier down here because I already did all the plumbing, the water pipes and the drain pipes and the electric down here when it was real dusty and disgusting. I didn't feel like eating more dust, so I just paid someone to do the vapor barrier and that foam board insulation you see. Here's that wire that I ran upstairs that I already installed. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to staple it to the joists so it's not just hanging loose. And then I got the whole crawl space measured out. Here's my measuring tape. That spot right there is directly in the middle of the crawl space, which is where you want to put a dehumidifier. So the outlet is going to be on the joist right up there from the middle. All right, a little progress update. So I got it stapled down. See, it's this white wire here. I went ahead and screwed. Let me adjust myself. I drilled this box against the side of the floor joist here. And now I'm going to wire this in here just like I did the one upstairs. All right. Got it all installed and looking nice. And now I'm going to test it to make sure it works. I went in already and turned on the breaker. So let's plug this in. There we go. Both lights on. It means it works. And we'll even go ahead and test the GFCI capability. You see that? It turned off. The GFCI is properly protecting it. So now I'm just going to go in, reset that GFCI breaker, and the electric part for the dehumidifier is complete. Next time I see you in the video, I'll be installing the dehumidifier itself, and stay tuned for that. Hey, can you guys see me? I know it's a little dark down here. I'm in the crawl space. But look, here's an update. There's my dehumidifier I bought. I got it down here. I put it on some new concrete blocks. And I got that condensation drain hose, which I'm going to run through some PVC. I got my pipe cutter. I got some primer and some glue. And I got my pipe pieces. And I'm going to run it out through the foundation wall, because I can't have it here in the crawl space. But let's look at my new crawl space though. They came by and they finished encapsulating it. It's all sealed up. You see they got that thick, I believe it's 12mm plastic vapor barrier. It's all on the piers. It goes all the way around on the walls. And if you can see, you can probably even hear it back there. You see that? Where that light is? That's my forever fan. It's a vent fan that always runs to keep fresh air and keep like little gases blowing out of the crawl space. Pretty neat stuff. All right, I'm gonna turn this back off because I want to get this condensation drain line done, but let me shine a little light on you first. I'll be right back. Okay, here's what I got so far. Check it out. Oh. So I trimmed the pipe. And I got it into the PVC right there. And I got a 45-degree elbow, so you can see that is angling down like it's supposed to. And then it goes down at an angle. Ugh. It's a tight crawl space. You see, I got it boosted on a little piece to give it a little more angle. And then, and this is just dry fitting. I haven't glued it together, of course. There's a coupling there, and I got this pipe running across, parallel to it, because I got to go get my masonry bit and punch a hole through that brick veneer foundation wall and that plastic, and that way I can have it drip outside. So let me go get my drill and punch that hole and then piece this baby together, and then we should be ready to test it out, dog. Okay, there we go. I drilled through the vapor barrier and through the foam board that's behind it, and I believe I went through the brick veneer, but there's only one sure way to find out, isn't there? Let's have a look. Oh, yes. Oh, it's a crawl. Oh, there we go. There's my bit through the brick. So I'm going to widen up this hole so I can run that 3/4-inch PVC pipe through. And then I'm going to bring it out a couple feet away from the foundation, and then just safely, this already has good grading that, see this, it pulls it away from the house. So I'm going to bring it out and just let it soak into the ground like rainwater, bro. Let's do it. Okay, and after some drilling and chiseling, ladies and gentlemen, we are in. So I'm just gonna go in, connect everything together, and test out that drip. All right, now here's a video of it in action. I got it all hooked up and plugged in. You can hear it running. We're at 59% relative humidity. I have it set at 55. So it's working to bring it down to 55. See, I got that drain line connected, and it runs all the way out the foundation wall. You see that little fan back there? Let's go outside and check that drain line. This is something I want to point out. This is dead mold that they killed with a fogger while they were here. The company that came through. That's why it's all powdery like that. You don't want to touch it. I mean, it's dormant. And you don't have to worry about it coming back unless the humidity rises. And that's why it's important to keep it controlled with that dehumidifier. outside, and here is that PVC condensation drip line I ran out. As you can see, we got water dripping out in a little puddle. That means it's a success. I was just testing out to make sure it worked, and I'm about to prime and glue this end piece on here just to give it more of a downward slope. And here is my vent fan, or as I like to call it, my forever fan, because it runs all the time. This is the only vent that the company did not seal with foam board and spray foam, and this is to keep fresh air. It's blowing out. This is to keep fresh air down there, and in case there's any like gases or anything, it's going to expel them instead of letting them just build up and rise up into the house. But that's it, guys. So far it is definitely looking like it's working the way it's supposed to. It's bringing the humidity down, it's dripping, it's keeping things nice and dry down there so that mold doesn't come back. The fan is operating, keeping the air down there clear. And I even heard, last night I heard the wood like cracking under there because it's drying out and it's like causing it to move, getting rid of all that moisture. So great so far. I'll post another update if one is needed, but for now, I feel safer in this amazing, beautiful, humid subtropic environment with an encapsulated crawl space and a dehumidifier. That part that I bought and installed myself. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more.